This year I started racing again. This is something that I've dreamt of since I was a little baby boy. I've done some rush racing. I plan on doing some WRL and endurance racing this year, but I've also done a lot of drifting, as you guys may or may not have seen. One of the most important things getting into racing and driving is not just being a good driver. That is literally like 10% of it. Most important thing is having a good program and having something reliable to get you to and from the track. So today we're gonna be working on the race truck, and I got something just super sick to show you. It's a big truck. Is kind of like the ATF. Useless. Completely unrelated. I have this really cool pile of metal behind me that has nothing to do with what I'm about to touch on my truck. It's just a pile of metal that would be a shame if it happened to fall into the place where it's not, you know, where it could possibly go. The odds of that, I don't know. It's not zero. Nothing's zero. I've been sent some miscellaneous parts and upgrades for my 2017 F250 from Speedlab. Let's check it out. Oh, that was my knee. Along with this unrelated pile of metal behind me. So I got a new trailer, and it's large. The truck doesn't struggle, but it's gonna run hotter and use a lot more consumables than it normally would. So we're gonna be changing my diff fluid today. I'm gonna be installing this really cool thing. This is sick, dude, check this out. This is a billet diff cover for the F250. I've also got the factory recommended 7585, but it's gonna be really cool because it's gonna look like my race car. It's gonna look like it's got a freaking quick change on it. A little ball right there that tells you how much fluid's in it, which is super handy. Super easy drain plug, super easy fill plug. This is super sick. Second thing that's really cool that's unrelated, really kind of combined the best of both worlds of what's in my driveway today. The race car's got a really cool looking rear diff, and my R33 is bagged. We have air suspension for the rear of this truck because I be squatting like the Carolinians, and I don't mean to be. My new trailer is friggin' huge, and it's heavy. So I've got to get some. Now by the end of this video, you may notice that this object right here may appear more shiny, maybe more bulbous, maybe a different shape than it was before. It's for efficiency, makes it lighter. A little bit of weight reduction never hurts a tow truck. You know what I mean? I'll tell you though, boys, I do miss a shop dearly. Check this out. We barely made it in the garage, dude. That's crazy. I can only back up to about right here, or I'll boink the garage door. Sick, right? Not sure how that piece of metal got there. Like I said, the odds are never zero. Interesting. Let's do the darn thing, bud. I've driven this truck 70,000 miles myself, and I've never changed the diff fluid. It's probably way overdue. It's gonna be so much nicer to not have this cover. Like, bruh. That's gonna be pretty friggin' cool. You are gonna do what Daddy says. Okay, there we go. That's a pretty waterfall. Yummy, yummy, yummy. When you're doing stuff like diffs or working with oil, dude, one of the best products to use, and I'm not kidding, is our degreaser. Our degreaser is unbelievable. Give it a shot. It's linked below in the description. I'm not lying to you guys. I wouldn't make it and spend all this time and years of practicing and developing just to lie to you. It's the best. Every brand should have this. And that's how you fill it up. This service window is awesome. This thing is sick, dude. If you guys have also gotten old and you own a truck now, and it's a diesel, check out Speedlab. They got a bunch of different accessories, and it's all stuff that pretty much anybody can use too. Very easy install. Looks good. What is this in the fender well, huh? Tucked all nicely in there. What could that be? Could that be, oh, I don't know, air suspension? We're raising this bitch. That's freaking awesome. just to update you guys, I've put 3,000 miles on the truck, if not maybe a little bit more, since the install of this video. The truck is great. I've had 0 leaks with the diff, and it's awesome. I've had not even a drop of fluid, which is huge. I want to thank Speedlab for sending this stuff out. I've been wanting to modify the truck a little bit. I drive it every day. Speedlab has a ton of options for you. They even have tuning software and stuff like that. I mean, they have a bunch of stuff. I have a link for you in the description, and I can save you guys some money. Click the link in the description, see what they've got, shop around, browse around. So again, thank you to Speedlab. But I want to show you guys the best quality of life upgrade I've ever gotten in my life, and that's this new trailer. This thing rides nice with the air. I get why these dudes do it in the big trucks now. Golly. Just a good old work truck, boys. A little bit of a mess, but come on in. Check it out. I feel like it's been a long time coming, especially with all the trailer troubles that I've had, but this is my 28 foot. So just as everything is, it's a work in progress. But dude, this trailer is awesome. Ignore my finger arthritis. Check it out. So I needed a bigger trailer. I used to have a cargo trailer that was like 20 feet. Randomly on the way up to New Jersey, my trailer caught fire because a bearing seized. Then, act of God, literally, the trailer was totaled by hail like a week later, so we were able to total it. We're like, you know what? Let's go ahead, especially since we have this new detailing company. It's not like we have to have nice things, but it's like if we're gonna cater to an audience that cares about their cars and their stuff, probably should have some stuff that makes it look like we care about our stuff. Now, I went with a bumper pull just because they're significantly less expensive. I had a 48 foot that I was going to restore, but it just was way too much to chew. It was way too much to bite off. And so I ended up just not finishing that one. And I traded it actually for a rush race. So one of the rush races I did, I bartered it essentially with an arrive and drive. So that money didn't go nowhere, which is awesome, but I needed a new trailer. Yesterday, as I have on video, I made a tire mount. I had it mounted to the trailer, to the walls itself, but it fell one of my trips down to an event. So I had to bolster it up a little bit. So we got some new wood. Super excited about it. It looks kind of ugly right now because I haven't positioned all the wheels and tires correctly, so forgive that. It's just an OCD thing. I don't know, you guys probably don't care about that. It basically fits 7 all the way across plus my trailer spare. I've learned my lesson, gotta have a trailer spare as well. But it's been super nice. The trailer's fully finished out. The walls are super cool. Let me show you this. So as far as the features go without the modifications that I've done to it, the walls are super nice. It's all hidden hardware on the outside of the trailer. We'll go to the outside and there's no hardware outside the trailer. So it's awesome. You guys can see it's a big boy, big chungus. A couple of the big features though that are just absolutely insane. So the first thing was the last cargo trailer I had was pretty tall. Cargo trailers in general just aren't really designed for cars. Designed for cargo, mowers, and to haul stuff if you're moving. So I always had to use race ramps, and even still, it was just kind of a hassle to work with. And the gate just was not, it was way too steep. So this trailer being as tall as it is, it's a 9-foot door. So it's absolutely insane. Plus it's got this little folding, it's got this little jimmy right here that folds down. And so I don't have to use race ramps anymore, which is fantastic. And my car's low. If you guys have seen my pro car, my 370Z, it is very low. Rear bash bar is 1.5 inches off the ground, maybe. About as low as you can possibly get while maintaining function. So that's been a huge quality of life change. Other thing is, so we've got huge doors right here, and then we've also got this escape door on the side. But this right here is dope. Now, of course, my car is still way too low to actually utilize the escape door. We can still use this for the girls. They can sit in the trailer and they can look out. If you guys come to any events anytime soon, we got a huge new double tent for, thank you, door, for closing for me. We got this huge new double tent for black tie detailing and for 5.3. So if you guys ever see us in person at events, we're gonna have merch on hand, which is a first for us. So this big trailer not only gave us the option to haul a car, but a lot of cargo as well. So as you guys can see, we've got crowd control here. We've got some chains, we got tables. This thing is dope. It's a portable toilet and I have used it. That's too much information. That's fine. I don't care. You're gonna know anyways. I've used it. Works fantastic. The only thing I don't have is a tire machine, which they're so heavy and I just didn't care to put one in here. One of the first things I did was I got a new Husky from Home Depot. Just a super basic toolbox, but it's kind of a mess right now. I have not organized it whatsoever. But I got a ton of stuff in here. There's my cool suit, all of my big stuff, my oh shit drawer, and yeah, the crowd control box, and then like my quick change, all the stuff for my quick change. So it's been kind of fun playing like freaking Ken dollhouse and trying to figure out what goes where, because you have a lot of real estate. Like nothing was in this trailer whenever I bought it. So I had a lot to figure out, a lot to mount. Best way to organize an interior design possible, I had to think about it. So push the Husky all the way over. I love this so much. We have tons of room for a fueling station. So this is my Sunoco E85R that I run. Pretty much any car that I run ethanol. So the R33 is actually gonna get tuned on E85R. My Z runs E85R. Obviously there's just tons of room in here. I've got some spare parts right here. I went ahead and just put this little mesh thing. I got that from I think Amazon. It's just cheap. So I bolted it up with my own stuff, have some extra taillights, have an extra steering rack. I'm into putting extra coilover stuff, and I start collecting, and as I start racing and driving more and realizing what I need on the road, I'll start adding to this little wall. Right now we got little stuff right here. By the way, we have a 16 ounce available in ceramic and quick detailer. So if you need a to-go or a go bottle, that's your stuff. I will encourage you guys to try out our black tie detailing stuff. It's incredible. This thing is pre-wired for AC, which is behind the Husky. Not sure if I'm ever gonna use it, but it has the option to do it. Let's say if I petition this year to get into Formula Drift and I end up getting a sponsor. Yeah, I'll do AC in it because it would just be amazing. If I actually start traveling around and racing more than I am right now, absolutely, but it's pre-wired for air conditioning. I don't know how, that one thing I wish I knew how to do or wish I had was a wall plug. I'm sure it'd be like easy to tap into. As you guys may be able to see, one of the things I have looked over already is it's got lights. So it's got interior lights, dude, incredible. They are so bright at night. Caveat is the truck has to be running, which is fine. It's a diesel, it can run pretty much for forever. It's even got exterior lights. Those are amazing at night. I have some pictures of that. And then we've also got, dude, I can't tell you how many times I've loaded a car with my phone light or some crappy light that I have lying around, but we actually have loading lights. I mean, most of the time in racing, you're racing all day and then you're loading up in the evening or in the nighttime. So huge to have that as an option. So it'd be nice to figure out how to tap in, maybe do some lights right over here, and then also a wall plug would be sick. This Husky does actually have a surge protector on it built into it, and then I obviously do have this small little air compressor if and when I ever need it, and then I've got a generator. Generators are just great to have in general. Pretty much, dude, we're fully prepared. I built my own little battery box right there, have some stuff stored away, got my helmet that's hung up right there. It's super nice, and then I put some D-rings just all along the sides, depending on how many extra wheels I want to bring, because I can only fit 7 plus the spare up there. I can bring 4 to 5 more along the wall right there. So that's a huge thing. I mean, it's so awesome. Also, I went ahead and robbed the winch, my in-ground winch from my old trailer. I don't know where the cover is. I'll end up figuring that out at some point, but got that fully mounted in, and then I've got like the battery that I just told you about. So I made a little battery box that's bolted down to the frame, and then I kind of just a sweet custom job at mounting it down. Put this little door handle in because we got family that usually travels with us, and yeah, got my extra grease for the trailer bearings, tons of tools, and just all the room for activity. So at this point, I really don't have too much more to do. Again, like I said, it's gonna be traveling around, doing some driving, doing some racing. My goal and like my dream has always been to race. And I think what's really cool is I've sort of proven myself over the past year and a half that I have what it takes to compete, and I did really well in Rush. I did really well in Pro-Am, and I typically do pretty well. And so, I'm really excited that I have that going for me, but the hard thing is obviously the program around racing is way more important than how good of a driver you are. Like, there's a lot of fantastic drivers out there that have the driving skill, but like there's so much more around racing that you have to have before get there. This is one of the steps I wanted to take just to make sure that if I needed to have my own program, didn't do an arrive and drive, if I wasn't with a factory team, let's say, I did do arrive and drive with Rush, and I'm probably going to do some arrive and drive with World Racing League. Having your own program is huge part of that. My long-term goal is to travel around and compete. Like if I could race cup cars, or if I could drive in Formula Drift, like I would absolutely do it. The biggest factor, the biggest giant of the industry force at the moment really is sponsorships. Racing's just really expensive, and so it'd be really cool. Obviously in a perfect world it would be amazing. It'd be really cool if like Black Tie Detailing did well enough to where that could fund it, and we could just self-fund, sort of like LZ does with Drift HQ. And working hard, we're trying to figure that out. And my goal again is to just travel around, be at as many events as we can with the least amount of resistance and restrictions on us. And I will say that the trailer we had before, it was a huge restriction because it would constantly break down. It literally tried to kill me. It caught fire. It was a huge kind of eye-opener. It's like, that's one thing to add to the list of things that might prevent you from racing, from showing up to an event. And that's the most important part. You can be really good at driving, but if your truck and trailer and car doesn't make it to the event, it doesn't really matter. Dialing all this in and figuring all this out has been a long process, and it's so cool to have this. I'm super grateful for it. Looking forward to what we can do, hoping to be at as many events as possible over the coming year. I'm currently talking to TJ about doing a hot pit potentially, so if you guys are out in California, I'd love to see you guys. I think one of the hard things for me was with all my mental battles, the anxiety, and it wasn't even anxiety because that's not even what I actually have, but with the mental stuff I had to go through to get back into the driver's seat, like I truly missed you guys, and I learned that I not only love driving and racing, I love meeting you guys. So you guys have stories to tell, and whether it's you used to watch me and you're grown now, you're a grown-ass man now, and you can afford your own car and you can drive with me, or you're younger and you just go to these events. Like, I love meeting you guys. I think it'll be important to go out there, meet you guys, show you guys that the products work, and have them on display for you guys to grab, along with merchandise. And so we are still, by the way, we do have stuff at 53supply.com and blacktidetailing.com. Those are two great ways you can support us, because we want to get back into it. And this is sort of I don't know, we're rehoning it. It's super awesome. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. It's super cool, and I can't wait to show you guys this trailer in person. I will say, if you guys have any events that you are going to over the year, I need ideas. I'd love to show up at them. I'm kind of in between doing either LS Fest or Hot Pit Round 4 at the moment. Grid Lives. So I was hoping to be at all of them over the year, but they turned out to be way more expensive than I can afford. Might end up doing one or two of those over the remainder of the year, but I think the best thing is to work hard, see if we can get Black Tie Detailing moving, and then budget really well for next year and just see what happens. Any racing I'm super happy with. Like, I love wheel-to-wheel driving. It is my passion. Like, I love doing it in a competitive sense and in a grassroots way. I love going to events and driving with new drivers, experienced drivers, whatever it is, whether it's teaching people how to do better or learning for myself behind or in front of more experienced drivers. So super stoked that we have a good truck, we have a good trailer, and I have a great wife and two amazing kids that are all involved with it. They want to go just as badly as I do. And so all that to say, I'm talking a lot, but the trailer's awesome. I'm ready to finally, I feel like 30, I'm almost 30, I turned 31 years old this month. And like everybody thinks that your life is like, you gotta do everything in your 20s, because when you get like 30, you're like, oh, you're so old. But it's like, dude, I feel like life is finally to a point where I'm getting the chance to actually start. And I was nerfed from the beginning. I had this super insanely rare autoimmune disease that has prevented me from doing a lot of things and that has affected my mental health, my physical health for a long time. I'm healthy now. I'm mentally healthy. I'm physically healthy. And now we might be at a point to where, yeah, we don't have the views we used to. We don't have the sponsors we used to. We don't have the sales we used to. But I feel like I'm energized enough to I feel like I have the chance to start again. So, it's hard to have that perspective, especially, like I've seen income before. I loved having money. It was great. I wish I could have it again. It's like, now I'm at a better spot to be able to receive that when the time comes, and I'm just excited to go drifting and be friends with my friends, travel around, do some filming with collaborative things, and really get out there, see you guys, be in front of people, and get out there and compete. To sort of bring this around full circle, man, I hope that my biggest goal, to end this up, guys, I think that my biggest goal is to use my life as an example for those of you who might need, have a hard time finding hope out there. And I want you guys to know that I have a hard time finding hope a lot. I'm discouraged a lot. I have a hard time most days. Most important thing really is to make sure that you are in your best spot that you can put yourself in. Get to the spot to where you're healthy. Then you'll be able to receive the good things better later on. I was getting paid, and when I had money, dude, I was in the worst shape of my life. My mental health was the worst. I was an alcoholic. I couldn't enjoy any of the things in front of me. And so I had the money, I had the following and the fame, if you will, and don't take it too seriously. But I had those things, but it was not able to receive and enjoy them because I wasn't taking care of myself. If you have something going on with you, just go to the doctor. Taking one day off of work is not gonna hurt you right now. It might seem like it's a lot right now, but 10 years down the road, you're gonna be like, damn, I'm really glad I went to the doctor that day because my life's better now. Wish I would have gone to the doctor. I wish I would have gotten help sooner. I wish I would have done all that I did. I wish I would have done it 10 years before I did. My life would be completely different now, but it's not. And I want you guys to see that. I want you guys to see that I'm 31 years old. You gotta be okay with the now, and you just gotta not give up despite your age, despite how long it takes you compared to everybody else, and just don't compare yourselves to everybody else because that's just going to leave you at the worst state of mind possible. So it's hot in here. It's 100-something degrees outside in Texas today, and I'm in a trailer with no airflow. So yeah, AC might be a thing in the future, but for now, I'll sweat it out, get my toxins out. Maybe my thumb will start feeling a little bit better. But guys, you have an amazing day. I want you guys, if you do feel the need to support or you want to support us, the absolute best way to do that is by going to Black Tie Detailing. If you have a car, if you clean your car, grab one of our products. I promise you it's the best that you've ever used. We're also just constantly developing new stuff. So sign up for our mailing list. Repeat customers, we thank you so much. Read our reviews. There's Reddit posts out there about us, and how good the stuff is. And I just need you guys to know that we're not a gimmick, we're serious about it, and you're here to change the game. We're here for the long haul. So thank you guys for your support. I'm gonna end this up. Thank you to Speed Lab. Make sure you guys check them out if you have a diesel truck. Go to the link that I have for you in the description, use the code that I have for you, and also just check out our websites if you feel so obliged, and I'll see you guys around soon. Hopefully at a big event. We'll see. Follow my Instagram. I'll let you guys know what I do there. All right, have an amazing one. Peace, guys.